Wow, there's a lot of you. Okay, so first of all, I think I'm being set up for failure here because 2 large screens, everyone eyes here, because everybody knows the camera ad like 50 pounds. And then I have to follow Emma, Chantel, and Danielle, and Barb Engel, a sophisticated, intelligent, eloquent, funny English teacher. You couldn't give me a gym teacher? Or a vice principal? I truly appreciate the opportunity to speak to you on behalf of the parents. I would like to think I was chosen for my charm and my charisma, but in reality, it's probably because I'm husky. Before I get started, I thought I would try to embrace this social media that today's youth is so fascinated with by making a few hashtag suggestions that you all can use tonight. On the Twitter, Instapic, ChatSnap, and the Book of Face. I don't actually use any of these, but I read about them on MySpace. First hashtag, which is very apparent, hashtag Cshc, class of 2016. Which will become apparent, hashtag best speech ever. Which was also very obvious, too young to have a kid graduating. And hashtag bald is beautiful. Now, words can probably not describe the anxiety going through my daughter tonight, as she wonders what's about to come out of my mouth. In fact, the only one that's probably even more worried is my wife, who just happens to be a principal in the school division. So, don't worry, I'm sure there's nothing I can say that will get you fired. Fingers crossed. You see, my wife is concerned because I have this game of trying to hide inappropriate words into regular conversation. However, for tonight, I didn't think it would be right, so I'm sure that'll give her great happiness. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Before I address the students, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge and thank the teachers, principals, EAs, counselors, daycare workers, probation officers. Sorry, my wife let me leave that part in. You all take on the heroic challenge of trying to help us mold our children into capable and responsible citizens. You have to put up with tantrums, attitude, moodiness, and backtalk. And that's just dealing with us parents. We thank you for your devotion and commitment to our children. And we hope that you can see the good that you do and how truly important you are. Remember, my wife's principal. So class of 2016, congratulations, you did it.
Husky wee wee! Husky wee wee!
Husky Wawa!
Husky wee wee!
Husky Wawa!
You started at the bottom, now you're here. This is where my daughter is scared because I told her I might rap or sing, but don't worry, that's as far as I'm going to go. For some of you, this is the end of school. And for the rest, this is just the beginning of a whole new level of school. Regardless, tonight is about a celebration of a milestone in your young lives, and tomorrow will start a new chapter. Youth today face a whole new world of challenges that us parents are just unable to understand. That is what happens, and just because we don't always understand each other doesn't mean we can't learn from each other. Every previous generation seems to think that the next generation is going to ruin the world and for some odd reason going to work not as hard and not be as caring. Remember, this is just what we do and you will do it too. There is a fear of the unknown and change. Socrates, a Greek philosopher, or the Greek philosopher, protested and opposed the written word and warned about what books would do to society. It would create the downfall of society because people would no longer gather to socialize and converse while listening to verbal lectures. So don't let us, with our old-fashioned ways and our negativity, and quite frankly our jealousy, put you down. Harness today's technology, social media, and new cultural norms, and keep reshaping and pushing boundaries. The only thing that I caution is the same thing that we all should be careful of, and that is to make sure that in today's world where everything is in hyperspeed, we make sure to stop every now and then and remember to enjoy your journey. And yes, this is your journey, so make sure you define success and follow your path. Einstein said, "Imagine if we were to measure a fish by its ability to climb a tree." So don't do this to yourself. Know who you are and be true to yourselves. Also, while on this journey, be sure to be kind and generous. Learn from our shortcomings, our prejudices, our ignorance, our stubbornness. Find a way to bridge the gaps and find a way to live in peace. Don't wait for it to happen. Make it happen. Don't be afraid to be the first. As a parent, the difficulty becomes with wanting all these things for you, but not wanting to worry about you anymore. When my daughter Maddie was just a few days old, I remember holding her in my arms and swaying back and forth on a rocking chair. That was the greatest moment of my life to that point. In my bliss, I let myself fall asleep. A few moments later, I woke up to the sound of my wife calling my name. I opened my eyes and realized that my arms had dropped to my sides, and there, cradled on my chest, was Maddie, fast asleep. I remember feeling panic and being mad for falling asleep. What if she had fallen? What kind of father am I? Am I really ready for this? What on earth did I get myself into? Fast forward 18 years. Maddie's attending one of those I have to go to grade 12 parties. I lay down on the couch, not wanting to sleep until she's home safe and sound. I figured the TV would keep me up. Next thing I know, I open my eyes and look at the clock, which says it's now 2 a.m. I remember being mad at myself for falling asleep. What kind of father am I? Am I really ready for this? What on earth did I get myself into? The realization kicked in. The worry never stops, but that is because the love never stops. In fact, some way, somehow, the love seems to grow. But now it gets complicated. As parents, we have to find a way to step away and watch our babies become adults. But things also get complicated in a good way. As the love grows, so does the pride and satisfaction in sharing and hopefully supporting you in your accomplishments. It is a very fine line, and remember, we are not perfect. We are going to mess up, and so are you. The important part is that we need to be there for each other. One day, you will need a babysitter, and one day, we'll need help programming the PVR. It's the circle of life. So I ask you all to raise your glasses. We are proud of you. We will always be there for you. We love you. To our children and to our future, the class of 2016.